keep saying it's the kind of the infected film that starts when other films end. So it was about what would happen next after that kind of zombie apocalypse. What would happen if there was a cure, and if the cured remember what they did while they were infected, and how would they be accepted back. So that was the genesis of the idea. And when I started writing it, it was around the kind of the big recession in Europe and Ireland, and there was lots of kind of anger, and it was the first rise of populism, so that kind of fed into the writing, and kind of that kind of division, and how fear has been exploited by various politicians.
I just was like absolutely blown away. It wasn't what I expected, hearing, we're sending you the script, zombies or what have you. And a lot of those movies I love, but I just was blown away by what David had written. And also I saw two of his shorts, one of which was sort of preempted for this film, and another one called The Tree.
Yeah.
And it just blew me away. So really, I just felt so grateful that he wanted me to be involved, and that I got to be a part of his first feature.
My character's name is Senan, and he is a recently cured infected person of 4 to 5 years, and he is brought back into society, haunted by the memories of the horrible things that he's done whilst he's been infected, and he's taken in very generously by Ellen's character, who plays my sister-in-law. And he basically has to just deal with being a person again, and not being accepted by everybody due to the fact of his kind of past.
And I play his sister-in-law. I invite him to live with me and my small son. My husband has died in the infection period, and with some apprehension, of course, but want to embrace him and let him, help him create a new foundation and start his life again.
I mean, I think when it's done well, horror has always been a really good way of reflecting the society we live in. I think that's what it's always done, going back to Romero's early films, Shining, anything, Alien. So I think I've grown up loving those films and wanting to make films like that. I think they can best talk about the world we live in.
I had to do a lot of work in terms of thinking about what is the most despicable thing that a person can do in life, and then serve their time for that, and then be released back into society. So I did a lot of research on sex offenders who have served their time and who have to try and find a place to live, and how they're treated and stuff like that. And also didn't eat as much, feel that hunger as well, and just doing a lot of research about cases like that and about people like that and their stories, and kind of trying to get to the core of the humanity of that, and more about how they feel and less about the connotations of what they've done. I think that was kind of the crux of it for me.
We're shooting these, at least for me more so, these sort of small, almost like a family drama, low budget. You're shooting in Ireland. You're not really necessarily thinking about that, and you're more thinking about the impacts of trauma and fear and grief and regret. And but I will say, shooting some sequences where Ivan acts and whatnot was definitely set you there. I was more blown away by what David was able to accomplish with this budget and this amount of time. It was truly extraordinary. And as well, Pierce, the cinematographer, who just is absolutely exceptional.
Magic,
But it was really David who set a tone on set and was able to pull an enormous amount off with the resources available.
I mean, I think the first one was we never said zombie, we always said infected, we always said cured. And I think for us the big thing was, it was about these people who are being held responsible for things beyond their control, but within that, the infected they aren't mindless. They're not just looking for brains. They have a kind of a pack mentality. They act like animals. They hunt together. They kill together, and that kind of alpha beta type relationship can come back with them in a way into the cured, and which does between your character Senan and Connor. And I think that having that kind of animal intelligence to them, which I don't think we've really seen before in this genre, was kind of interesting to explore. And Sam and some of the other actors who were playing cured and infected did some great workshopping where they worked out a language and a breathing and a posture that kind of demonstrated something slightly higher than just attacking.